Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Jerry Springer Show. Today, we have a story that will transport you to the realm of Greek mythology. Get ready to witness some interesting drama. Join us today for a couple who seem to have come straight from Mount Olympus with marital problems that even Cupid would struggle to handle. So hold on to your seats and get ready for a titanic showdown. Welcome, Zeus. So you're the king of the gods, ruler of Mount Olympus. Tell us, what brings you here today?
Well, Jerry, it's true that I'm the king of the gods, but I'm also here because I have a little problem with my wife, Hera.
And what might that problem be?
You see, Hera kind of thinks I've been unfaithful to her. But, Jerry, I swear on the river Styx, I have been nothing but faithful to her.
Oh, spare me your lies, Zeus. I've had enough of your philandering ways. You think you can fool me with your shape-shifting tricks?
Darling, please, let's not make a scene. You know I love you.
Love? If you loved me, you wouldn't have turned into a swan and seduced Leda, or a bull to abduct Europa. And don't even get me started on that incident with Antiope.
So, Zeus, you're saying you didn't transform into these animals and engage in romantic activities with these mortal women?
Well, Jerry, you see, in my defense...
Hold on, Zeus. We have a special guest who might shed some light on the situation. Please welcome Dr. Athena, renowned biologist. Dr. Athena, thank you for being here. Can you shed some light on these mythical transformations we've been hearing about?
Of course, Jerry. While these stories of Zeus' shape-shifting antics are clearly captivating, we must approach them with a scientific lens. It is important to remember biology dictates what's possible and what isn't possible. Let's start with Zeus' transformation into a swan to seduce Leda, the Spartan queen. Biologically speaking, the genetic disparity between a human and swan would render any form of reproduction impossible. The anatomical difference alone makes it clear that such unions cannot lead to an offspring.
Wow, we actually have a picture to show of that.
Now, when we consider Zeus' transformation into a bull to abduct Europa, we encounter similar biological hurdles. While the imagery may be vivid, the reality is that the reproductive system, the human body, and the bovines are vastly incompatible. Conception between the two species simply cannot occur.
Let's see that picture as well.
It's another intriguing tale. In this form, he mated with her, resulting in the birth of two twins, who would later become famous for their role in the founding of Thebes.
Fascinating. Can we see that one? So, Dr. Athena, you're saying that despite the fantastical nature of these stories, they simply couldn't have happened from a biological standpoint?
Exactly, Jerry. While mythology provides us with rich narratives and captivating tales, we must also recognize the limitations of biology. These stories serve as allegories, but when examined through a scientific lens, they reveal the inherent possibilities of interspecies reproduction.
So, Doctor, could you explain how genetic incompatibility led to postzygotic barriers in interspecies reproduction?
Of course, Jerry. Postzygotic barriers arrive after fertilization has occurred, and often results from genetic incompatibility between two parental genomes. These incompatibilities can lead to developmental abnormalities, reduced viability, or infertility in hybrid offsprings, ultimately preventing the formation of a viable, fertile individual.
So, Dr. Athena, are there any real-world examples of interspecies reproduction that defy these biological principles?
While rare, there are instances of interspecies hybridization in nature, such as the aforementioned mule, which is a cross between a horse and a donkey. However, these occurrences typically involve species that are very closely related and often result in sterile offsprings due to genetic differences between parent species.
Can you elaborate on why these interspecies unions are impossible?
Of course, Jerry. Let's delve into the science behind it. You see, the biological reason that two different species generally cannot produce an offspring together is due to genetic incompatibility, you see. Species are defined as a group of organisms that can interbreed and produce fertile offsprings. This ability relies on genetic similarity and compatibility between the two individuals. When individuals from two different species attempt to do this, their genetic differences often result in reproductive barriers. These barriers can be prezygotic, meaning they prevent fertilization from occurring, or postzygotic, meaning they prevent development or survival of the hybrid offspring. Prezygotic barriers include factors like differences in mating behaviors, incompatibility for reproductive anatomy, difference in timing of reproduction cycles, while postzygotic barriers may involve more of a genetic incompatibility that leads to developmental abnormalities, reduced viability, and infertility with hybrid offsprings, like I said before.
So it's not just about the physical differences, but also the intricate biological process that govern reproduction?
Precisely, Jerry. Biology is complex interplay of genetic, cellular, and physiological factors. While there are rare exceptions, such as certain species like the aforementioned mule, these instances are usually the result of very closely related interspecies breeding. In most cases, the genetic difference between species prevent successful reproduction and produce a viable offspring. Nature has established barriers to prevent such occurrences for the preservation of species integrity.
Well, there you have it, folks. Even the gods can't bend the rules of biology. So, Hera, what do you have to say to Zeus now that we have the scientific explanation?
I'm not buying it, Jerry. Zeus may be the king of the gods, but he's also the king of the frogs.
Well, seems like we've reached an impasse. But you know what? We've got a solution that might put an end to all this drama. But first, let's take a question from the audience. Do any one of you wonderful audience members out there have a question for either Zeus and or Hera? Oh, lots of you. Oh, what about you, sir? You. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh, sorry. I mean, male.
Hi. My question is for Zeus. I guess I'd just like to ask, how dare you? Yeah, you recognize me? Yeah, Danae? That's right. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you should shrink down to the size of a snake again, and maybe look at me from that perspective. Maybe you recognize, oh yeah, you remember that? He turned into a snake, he come into my house, we spent the night together, great, best night of my life, if I gotta be honest, guys. Incredible, okay? But then, I wake up in the morning thinking, oh, I found the love of my life, we're gonna be together forever, I love this snake. It's a little weird, people are gonna talk, but okay, I can, whatever. But he's gone. He's gone. He's not even there in the morning. I'm left with nothing but a dead pile of shed skin and broken dreams. Can you explain yourself, Mr. Godly Man?
Oh, Zeus, that is quite the allegation. How do you respond?
That's a bold-faced lie. Hera, audience members, please, she's lying. I did not have reptilian relations with that woman.
Wow. Wow. What a reveal. Wow. Well, science says it's impossible. All these women are saying these children are yours, Zeus. There's really only one thing we can do from here on out. It's time for the paternity test. We're going to run 3 tests, one for each encounter, and if the results come back positive, well, Zeus, then you are the father. In the case of the encounter involving the bull, Zeus, you are the father. And in the case of the swan, Zeus, you are the father. And finally, in the case of the ant, Zeus, you are the father. Well, there you have it, folks. Zeus, you are the father not once, not twice, but thrice. Looks like this divine drama has an unexpected ending after all.
Hera, my love, please, let's put this behind us. I swear, I'll make it up to you.
Save your empty promises, Zeus. I've had enough lies for one day.
Hera, wait, please, let's talk about this.
There is nothing left to say. I need some time to think alone.
Well, it seems like even the king of the gods has some relationship troubles to work through. But hey, that's what makes life interesting, right? That's all the drama we have today, folks. Join us next time for more thrilling shows on the Jerry Springer Show.
Jerry, 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 Jerry.